Before we jump in, let's be real. This podcast contains jokes, laughter, and a whole lot of real talk. Yes, we cover serious crimes. Yes, we add a little humor, but never, and I mean never, at the expense of the victims or their families. If you're sensitive, easily offended, or the type to clutch your pearls every time someone laughs during a true crime story, this may not be the podcast for you. But if you like your true crime with a little bit of spice, a lot of honesty, and just enough petty to keep it fun, welcome to Melanin Mysteries, baby. Let's get into it. Hey, cousins, welcome back to another messy, wild, and petty episode of Melanin Mysteries. And if you're new here, welcome to the family. You just gained 100 cousins you didn't even know you needed. And to our regulars, y'all already know what time it is. Pull up, grab your drink, and let's get into it. Now, this week, baby, we got Michael Mitchell and Keisha Smith. And listen, these two had no business being together or being in the streets. Because first off, Keisha out here looking like she traded her future for a rock, and Michael swears he's a kingpin but still living under his mama's roof. Sir, you was not El Chapo, you was El Child Support pending. So this ain't love, this ain't loyalty, this is straight dysfunction with a side of delusion. And when you mix bad decisions and bad hustle, cousins, you already know it's a recipe for disaster. But before we start unpacking all this foolishness, let me give y'all some good news. So, Melanin Mysteries merch is officially live today. Yes, on Melanin Mysteries Monday. You can finally rep with the family. We got teas, we got goodies, we got all type of stuff. And if you're in the group, there'll be a code there. So you might want to head over to the Love Lies and Alibis group to get that discount code. And you can find all of this at melaninmysteries.com. So don't say we never gave you nothing. And of course, don't forget BTCC presents Crime Cocktails and Canvases. It's going down October 18th in ATL. True crime, cocktails, and painting with your favorite Black true crime podcasters. Child, you don't want to miss this. Tickets are in the show notes, and don't be that cousin who waits too long, because while you playing, somebody else is going to snag your spot. Now let's go ahead and get into it, because Michael and Keisha, these two right here going to have us clutching our mics and our pearls. I'm your host, Tiffany.
And I'm your co-host, Willie. Let's go. So look, let me just let y'all know right now, before y'all even say anything, and it's a possibility that you might hear birds chirping in the background. It is close to Labor Day, so it might be even a fighter jet that you hear going overhead. Why? Because I am outside enjoying the last bit of summer that we got in good old Columbus, Ohio. So if you don't like the noise of nature and birds chirping and chipmunks doing whatever they do and freaking squirrels humping, that's on you. All right. But I am enjoying outside. So with that being said, let me go ahead and get into this good old tea. So look, check this out. Yo, girl, oh, she down for the cause. No questions asked. Like Hov said, once a good girl gone bad, what is she? What is she, Tiffany?
She gone forever.
And now you gotta live with the fact I did you wrong forever. But anyway, with that, let me get that. Let me stop. Let me stop. And this one, she lining up a lit that should be quick and easy, right? Now, the vanilla villain, right? Because we got another one. Where the white women at? Yeah, we got another one, y'all. The vanilla villain already put the pieces in place. All y'all got to do is slide in, handle business, and slide out. Simple, right? Because those, if there's one thing we know in this game, is that these streets don't respect your plans. Because even the slickest setups, they always got room for chaos, and they always somehow go astray. So we are just going to jump right in and let you get to know these foods that cause a straight up mess with one of the Kane gangs. Go ahead, get them, girl.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with Keisha Renee Smith. She was born around either 1984 or 1985 in the San Bernardino area. She was about 19 in 2004. Her mama's name was Rhonda, and honey, we know Keisha never knew her daddy. She grew up in a single parent household, low on stability but high on survival. Keisha was the quiet type. She was timid, shy, the kind of girl you wouldn't expect to get wrapped up in the madness we're about to tell you about. She kept her head down, she focused on school, and she actually did well for herself. Sis was a good student. And after high school, she set her sights on something solid, cosmetology school at Valley Junior College. And here's where the story starts to shift. Because while she was trying to chase her dream of a career and some stability, guess who she runs into on campus? None other than Michael Mitchell. Yep, this is where the chaos starts brewing.
All right, y'all. So let's talk about Michael Mitchell. Same age as Keisha, raised by his mama, Teresa Johns. At some point, mama married a man named Michael Spinks. We ain't talking the one that got his toothpaste knocked out by Mike Tyson either, right? And Cuzos, I don't know who told Teresa that was a good idea. Marrying a man with the same name as your son? But trust, he wasn't no junior, just confusion all around that house. So Michael was a Valley Junior College too, right? But don't let that fool you. He wasn't there for no books or no degrees. Nah, bro was there to build his clientele. See, Mike was already knee deep in these streets, y'all. He had his hands in a little bit of everything. And yes, meth was part of the package. We'll get to that chaos a little bit later. So look, I think meth and crack are like equal, don't you?
Hell no. Meth is
Well, which
way
one is
worse than
worse?
crack.
You said what?
Meth is way worse than crack.
You said meth is worse than crack. I mean, I know it mess up your teeth and everything, but
No, they be
I
really
think
bugging out on meth.
and meth is a white person drug.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, meth is a white person drug. I'm
Yeah,
not
crack
gonna
is
lie.
crack
No.
is our drug. Meth is white, but they cross over sometimes. But for the most part, we don't mess with meth.
So, that's gonna be the name of the crack is our drug. So look, when he and Keisha linked up, he hit her with the classic love bombing routine, riding the bus back and forth together, always up under each other. You know what I'm saying? You didn't see one without the other. Now they was like a more or less like a package deal, riding the bus.
I know. I thought that was so cute. Y'all riding the bus together, like, ooh, that's so no. But here's the thing. So about 8 months in, Keisha, she all in love, thinking this is her forever. But Michael, bro, already done had his feel, and he started pulling back. So that distance, that's when these cracks start to show. So now Michael, he's pulling back, but Keisha, she's trying to keep the honeymoon phase alive. And ladies, y'all know how we do sometimes. We see him falling back. We feel that energy shifting. He trying to leave, but we won't let him. And listen, remember this because we have said it before. Don't let no man tell you he don't want you more than once. Whatever, whatever is in his words or in his actions, move the fuck around because it's gonna save you so much heartache. I promise you. But instead of Keisha taking the hint, Sid starts switching herself to try and keep him. Don't ever do that because it never works. She goes from timid and shy to wearing more revealing clothes, changing her mannerisms, trying to act like something she's not. She wasn't no hood chick, but Michael made it clear that's what he liked. That's who was pulling his attention away. So what does Keisha do? She decides she got to prove herself. And how does she prove herself? Child, this girl go out and commit a burglary.
Damn! Now look, that's
She just jumped like straight off the porch.
just straight. Yeah, usually you fight somebody, you know what I'm saying, to show your love for your man, but she went straight to the hood. She went to burglary. Damn.
Right. Now, since she ain't had no record, but she still ends up pleading guilty to felony burglary. So while she's waiting on sentencing, she runs back into Michael. Well, runs back to Michael, rather. And you know damn well, while she was locked up, this nigga was outdoing him. He wasn't losing no sleep over her. Now, we don't know exactly how long she was in, but for real, any time in jail is long as hell if you ask me. But she does end up with 4 years of probation. So now she's got a record, she's on papers, and guess what she does? She's right back up under Michael for one. And he liking this new Keisha, because this Keisha, she down the ride.
That's crazy work, man. That just lets you know the mentality of some men, and unfortunately, some women. Like you had you a nice, quiet. Matter of fact, this remind me of the post I made. Make sure you check it out on Melanin Mysteries on our on our,
On our social media
Facebook
pages.
page, on our social media page about Russell Wilson.
Yes, but we'll get into that later. Let's finish the story.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
So, of course, his dusty, hustling backwards ass come up with a plan. You know a nigga always got a plan. He always like, baby, this gonna bring us closer together. Lying ass. So, boom. They both are to drop out of school because they gotta, quote, focus on this new hustle. So, what's the hustle, you ask? Michael like, okay, here go the move. We gonna burglarize houses, sell off all the shit we get. We gonna flip that money and buy drugs to keep the money flowing. Is it just me or y'all don't see right? Exactly. See, it sounds like a horrible ass plan. Exactly.
Yes.
And then here come Keisha dumbass like, bet I know this chick who be boosting. We can pay her with drugs. And now both they stupid asses thinking this is a good idea. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not. It's not. And then this is where we get introduced to Sherry. Y'all gonna know her as the vanilla villain.
Where the white women at? Okay, here we go. I get the pleasure of introducing Sherry Beck, Automatically, Sherry Beck, that's automatic. That's a white woman name right there, right? So, AKA the vanilla villain. And trust me, she earned that name, y'all. We're not going to go into her background because for real, we really don't know that much. And it's not even important, to be honest with you. So, Sherry was the type of white chick you already know spells trouble. Strung out, messy, always got her hand in some shit, wearing the Cookie Monster pajamas with the dirty white t shirt, when she pull up in that Dodge Neon to go to Walmart. You know what I'm saying? And always got her hand in some shit, like I said, that don't belong to her. She wasn't no boss. She wasn't no mastermind. She was a dusty ass meth head with a mouthful of bad ideas and teeth. Cause y'all know that meth teeth is horrible, man.
That
So,
meth mouth. Ugh.
yes. But she and Keisha and Michael, thinking she was the plug, she talking slick, making it seem like she could get him on, the boost, that hustle, line up some plays. Look, the only thing she was lining up was their freaking downfall. And of course, they so thirsty they can't see it. See, Sherry wasn't built for loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Number one, she white. Let's just throw that out there right now. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But besides that,
What the
she's
hell?
a meth head.
Yeah,
You
man.
know what I'm saying? She was out here playing chess with two people who ain't even realized they were pawns. And while Keisha over there trying to prove herself, know what I'm saying, to Michael, trying to be the, know what I'm saying, ride or die chick, Michael thinking he slick with the come up. Vanilla Villain was the one steering this whole shit show. And y'all know how this go. Once somebody like that get in the midst, it ain't about to end pretty, y'all.
So here's where the shit really starts moving. So Sherry, our lovely vanilla villain, she got a bone to pick. She met at her dealer, a man named Derek Hassett. Now, Derek wasn't just any dealer. He was one of them fools who broke the very first rule of the game. Don't get high on your
Off
own
your own
supply.
supply. Damn. Biggie said it in the 10 crack commandments.
Like, number one rule. So let me be clear. Derek wasn't out here smoking no weed. No, he was dibbling and dabbling in that meth. And you know, once you start smoking up your own stash, the downfall is guaranteed. Now, we don't really know at this point the exact reason that Sherry was mad at Derek. Maybe he shorted her, maybe he disrespected her, maybe he just didn't give her that extra bump she thought she deserved. Whatever it was, sis decided he'd be a good lick for some get back.
Mm.
So, see, their whole arrangement was already shady. So sometimes Sherry didn't have cash, so she paid Derek in stolen shit: phones, DVD players, electronics. Remember, this is 2004. And back then, having a Nokia brick phone or a fatback DVD player was currency. And sometimes instead of cash or goods, they just get high together. Like, never mind. Sherry thought she was slick, playing both sides, but really she was just digging the grave deeper. And in her dusty little brain, Derek became the perfect target. Instead of finding a real plan, she sets Michael and Keisha up to go hit her dealer, a dude she's supposed to be getting high with. So Messy
That's
don't even begin to describe this.
You can't even trust the nigga you smoking drugs with, man. What is this world coming to?
Especially, I don't, yeah. Now, you know, drug addicts, y'all can't trust each other because you might run off with the drugs. Duh. So here's a genius plan, and I use the word genius real loose. So Sherry, our vanilla villain, who was supposed to lure Derek away from the house so Keisha and Michael could slide in and rob the place. Now let's break this down. Derek didn't live by himself. He was up in his family house with his mama, his daddy, and his 90-year-old grandmama, Josephine Kelly.
Mm.
Now his parents, they're out working like normal respectable people do during the day. But Grandma Josephine, she stayed at home. Remember her because she's going to be real important in just a minute. And side note, we forgot to mention Derek was probably repping the Mayo Mafia. Yeah, he was part of the full-fledged unseasoned squad. So just so
The
you have a
unseasoned
visual
squad.
picture. And then we got Sherry. She's messy as hell and decided her brilliant revenge was to set this man up. So she had already pointed the
White
house out
on
to
white
Keisha and
crime.
Michael. And matter of fact, she even drove them there herself. Now listen, Sherry might have been a meth head, but she still had a car. Meanwhile, Keisha and Michael, two so-called hustlers who couldn't even pull together enough change for a beater. Hustling backwards at its finest, right?
But
So Sherry,
we said they was on a bus together.
how you selling drugs and you ain't got no car? What you catching a 90 to take your to
They
drop
don't
off
know what the
your like?
90
Come on,
is.
man.
They don't know the 90. They not from Cleveland.
I'm just saying it's a. I mean, wherever city you live in, the
It's a
bus I'm sure got
90.
a number. Like you can't you hopping on a bus to go deliver your drugs. Like who got time for this? It's
That
gonna take you
is true.
five
Like,
hours
how
to get
are you
across
doing that?
town.
Yeah, give me about look. I gotta make sure I get my 23 got connected to the 18, so I'll be in about an hour 30 minutes. I got you.
Be like depending on where you gotta go, it might be 5 hours later.
Mm.
So anyway, Sherry, she's the plug, she's the chauffeur, and she's the one with the plan. And these two just so happen to be along for the ride.
So check this out. September 15th, 2005. This is game day, right? Sherry pulls up to Derek's house trying to play it cool. And for once, Keisha and Michael manage to get their hands on a car. Okay. Don't ask me how. Two broke ass hustling backward bums who can't afford a beater on a regular day, but somehow they got wheels when it's time for some dumb tries, right? So Sherry's outside talking to Derek, trying to butter him up, get him to leave the house. But Derek ain't going for it. You know what I'm saying? He's standing his ground. He probably already suspicious because, you know what I'm saying? He like, nah, girl, your name's Sherry, you know what I'm saying? You scary, you know what I'm saying? So meanwhile, Michael in the car doing the worst surveillance job in history, riding back and forth past the house like he ain't the only Negro in the white neighborhood. No offense, but the brother stick out like a sore thumb. Then Keisha decides to hop out the car and walk up like, she on some old normal stuff. She hits Sherry and Derek with, hey, I'm looking for a lost kitten.
That was the best excuse you had. I'm looking.
A lost kitten?
Bitch,
Come
you don't look.
on, man.
You good. You never mind.
A lost kitten, right? So this the big master plan, right? The plan that y'all put into action that you were looking for a lost kitten. So look, of course, Keisha and Sherry start arguing about this imaginary cat. It's messy, it's loud, and now Derek's friend Chris Mahan pulls up. Derek tells these two, and I use the word ladies real lightly, you know what I'm saying, to move around. So he probably like, man, get your bitch, get away from my house. So he and Chris about to smoke. They about to go do what they do. And y'all know, meth heads don't need no audience. So, they hit the pipe and like clockwork, Derek gets paranoid as hell. I guess meth would do that to you. So I guess crack and meth make you paranoid as hell. I guess I don't know, that's the side effect. But we do too. Know what I'm saying? We do too. Do you get
What?
paranoid when you be doing edibles? Besides, I mean, you just get quiet.
Yeah, I say
You
no.
get
I get.
real quiet.
Since when do weed make you paranoid? That's some lace stuff. Weed don't
Man,
make you
no, that's
paranoid.
cap. We make you paranoid, man. That's why I
Well, I
don't,
don't know. I
man.
don't smoke weed, so I don't know. I can't say.
Yes, we now know something. It's been a couple times I did some edibles, man. I start thinking some of the craziest shit in the world. Know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, why am I thinking about my mama dying right now? You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I'm talking about everything. One day I took an edible, and I'm not lying, bro. I really was thinking about my dog dying. Like, who does that? I probably got laced. You can't get them gas station edibles, huh?
Shoot, you know me. When we take an edible, I get unless if we're not moving, I get real quiet.
Just
And
quiet and to be
I be
looking.
thinking
Yes.
like I'm a weird person that get high. I get high and business ideas start running through my head. Yeah, yeah.
No, man, I don't know, man. I be thinking some of the craziest stuff. But anyway, so he decides that, and we talk about Derek, correct? He decides he needs to check the house, check on his grandma, Josephine Kelly. So he a good meth head. You know what I'm saying? At least he taking care of his grandma, right? You know what I'm saying? So he worried about grandma Dukes. You know what I'm saying? So he go in, he make sure he check on her, make sure that she's good. He's walking around locking window doors, doing the most. Why? Because he's a meth head and he's paranoid right now. He even tells his grandma bye and that he loves her before heading out. Him and Chris roll to the store to grab some beer. After that, Chris drops Derek at a friend's house and then he go back to work like nothing happened. So this nigga just smoked some meth and went back to work. What job do you get that you can go back after smoking meth? I would love to know that.
He a functioning one. You know what I mean? Just like it's functioning crackheads, it's
That's the
functioning meth
reason my
heads. I
damn
guess.
subway be messed up when I be ordering off Uber Eats.
Yeah, I don't eat Subway, but go off. So Derek and Chris they roll out, and here comes Sherry running up to the car like she got some goddamn sense. So she tells Keisha and Michael, "You know what? I don't even want no parts of this. Matter of fact, don't even ride the place. Just leave." And why? Because she knew that Josephine was still inside. But Michael, he wasn't trying to hear none of that. He hit him with that Denzel Washington energy, like I'm leaving here with something. So Sherry bounces she out, but Keisha and Michael they bold, dumb, and determined. So they end up breaking into the house and they just start grabbing up whatever they can, like some damn amateurs at a yard sale. But then they come across Josephine Kelly. And
Oh
remember,
man.
Josephine is 90 years
Man,
old.
leave that old white woman alone. She ain't hurt nobody.
Nobody. So that's part of the Kane gang, baby. She supposed to be at home in peace, watching her stories, sipping some tea, not dealing with this mess. And this right here is where shit goes from dumb to downright evil. So instead of them leaving and saying like, "Yo, like let's just go, she's here," they decide they gonna handle her. Keisha,
Mm.
yes, little Keisha, ties this poor woman up with electrical cords. And then Michael, he takes a pillowcase and puts it over Josephine's head and smothers her to death.
See, it's a special place in hell. Know what I'm saying? For people that do that. Like, you literally could have just, she 90 years old. What the hell is she gonna do? You could have just, know what I'm saying? I mean, one other person could have literally held her down by her shoulders to make sure she stayed down by the other robber and left out. Why kill her?
That's what I'm saying. Like she's so vulnerable. Like that was just ridiculous.
Yes, like, geez, you so in love. You so hard up to be loved by somebody. Like, damn, go ahead.
And then they just left her there. Like 90 years on this earth, this woman done lived through everything from the Great Depression to Y2K. And she loses her life to two trifling ass people who didn't even know how to hustle right.
That's
This
crazy.
this is the moment, y'all. All the dumb, messy shit that we've laughed at up until now turns deadly. And Josephine Kelly paid the ultimate price for their foolishness.
Man, rest in heaven, Josephine. You definitely didn't deserve to die. Not behind that stuff. So look, later that day around 3:30 in the afternoon, Josephine's daughter, Susan Hassett, comes home from work like any normal day. She walks in and immediately knows something off. She looks down and see her mama's purse is on the floor, wide open, and stuff is scattered everywhere. The whole place looks a mess. I know she's like tripping. Susan's calling out for her mom, walking through the house, and when she gets to Josephine's room, that's when she finds her 90 years old tied up with a pillowcase over her head. Yes, y'all deserve the worst that happened to you. So she rushes over, pulls the pillowcase off, shakes her mom, but Josephine's not responding. No breath, no movement. That's when reality sets in, and Susan does the only thing she can do. She grabs the phone and calls 911. Just like that, the chaos Keisha and Michael thought was a quick lick has turned into a homicide. No money, no come up, no nothing. Just a 90-year-old woman gone, and the daughter finding her mama like that. That shit cold. I'm gonna be honest with you, like real talk. So while all this is going on, words are spreading. Chris hears there's police swarming Derek's house. Now remember, Chris is the meth head that smoked meth and went straight to work. So he hears that something going over at the boy house. So he like, hold up, man, I just left, dude. Like, what the hell happened? So Chris being a good friend, he go back to the spot. He dropped Derek off and tells him like, bruh, you need to get back to the crib. I don't know what's going on, but man, police is all over there. So Chris drives Derek back home, and by the time police are already there, they're piecing it together. And from where they standing, Derek looks real bad, right? Let's just be honest. He's the one that lived um, at the house. They know what I'm saying, they live together. He's the one always around his grandmother. And as far as everyone knows, he's the last person to see his grandma alive. So,
And he a meth
all the
head.
yeah, and yeah, but we didn't forget that. No, say he a meth head. So cops do what cops do. They scoop him up. Derek gets arrested. So imagine you getting arrested for your grandma's death, and you really have nothing to do with it. Like you have nothing to do with it. So you can't even really mourn your grandmother's death because now you are getting blamed for it. Know what I'm saying? So you
A
can't
murder
even truly
case.
mourn. Yes. So think about it, man. Like I said, Sherry out here ducking, Michael and Keisha laying low, and it's Derek, the supposed target. Remember, he was the target of this, was sitting in a cell for his grandmother's murder. That's how twisted this is. So here's where Sherry, our dusty ass vanilla villain, slips up. She's sitting in her motel room the day after Josephine's murder, flips on the news, and what does she see? Derek in cuffs being hauled off like the one that did it. Now Sherry know damn well what went down, and seeing him on the screen must have rattled her. Know what I'm saying? Plus, she like, man, where I'm gonna get my shit from? Know what I'm
That
saying? She
part.
think
That was
about the
probably the
meth.
only thing she was concerned
She think
about.
about the meth. Like, he got the best meth this side of the Mississippi River. I am not about to let him go down. So, because she think it, because when police bring her in for questioning, she starts spilling little crumbs. She tells them she think it was Keisha, but she don't even know her by her real name like that, right? She just calls her Rhonda's daughter, and she adds that Keisha had a boyfriend. That's it. That's all the cops needed to start digging. Meanwhile, Derek's sitting in jail looking guilty as hell. But thank God the DA's office reviews the case and said, nah, 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 we don't have enough to make this stick. Now, if this was a nigga,
Oh, they would have made it
if
stick,
this was
baby.
a nigga,
They
he
would have
would have
made
been
that
guilty
shit
of that
stick.
murder and 4 of the murders that had nothing to do with him.
Exactly. They would have made that shit stick.
But since he's from the Vanilla tribe, they cut him loose and he's out. I mean, granted, he still deserves to be out, so I'm not mad at that. But I mean, the truth of the matter is that no, they don't do their due diligence, unfortunately, when it comes down to investigating. If you black, nigga, usually you are the suspect. But go ahead.
So Keisha, they're not gonna let her slide. So detectives they end up tracing her right to where she's been hiding. Take a wild guess where she at. Michael Mama house.
Damn, this nigga ain't got his own place. Jeez, come on, man.
And not just her, but Michael's there too. So the two of them laid up like they ain't just killed a 90-year-old woman.
And look, real quick, I'm sorry, and I apologize for interrupting you, man. Mama, stop letting your grown ass kids lay up in y'all house with these women.
And vice versa. Don't stop letting these girls lay up with these men. Period. Dot. You ain't married, you ain't laying
Yeah,
up in
yeah,
my
real
house.
talk, parents, man. Y'all need to start parenting, even with these grown ass kids, man. Don't be letting them lay. If you gonna stay here, nigga, you ain't about to have nobody. You ain't gonna be laid up in this house. No.
Mm-mm. So cops pull up with the search warrant. They ready to see if the vanilla villain's crumbs line up with real evidence. And let me tell you, they about to get exactly what they came for. So this is about a month after Josephine's death. The autopsy comes back, and no surprise, is ruled as a homicide. The cause of death, asphyxiation. Like we said, her arms and legs have been bound with wires, the kind you use to hook up to a TV or a computer. Now, the ME said that the primary cause was smothering, but even the way that she was positioned in bed might have contributed to her death. But either which way it went, it was a murder. So police they roll up, like I said, with a search warrant to Michael's mama house, and his mama's name was Teresa Johns. So because let's not forget, this so-called hustling ass kingpin was still living at home with his mama,
Living with his mama.
hustling ass backwards. So they get inside, and what do they find? First of all, they find Keisha's goofy ass hiding in a closet like somebody was gonna save her. Girl, please. And during the search, cops are uncovering items that were stolen straight out of the Hassett home. They found jewelry, watches, and some of these pieces were personalized. Like they had engravings still on them. Like, how dumb can you be? They find foreign currency. They know these niggas ain't never been nowhere. And they found some collectible coins. For real, these two probably pawned half the stash already, and the police knew that. Because like I said, it's over a month later at this point. So Michael gets arrested and he's charged with receiving and possessing stolen property. And Keisha, remember, she was already on probation for that burglary charge. So guess what? Back to jail she goes because she got to serve out that whole 4 years. So Michael, this fool actually makes bail and he gets released. So he out here walking free like he didn't just set in motion a chain of events that left a 90-year-old woman dead. Just dumb and damn dusty, both of their asses.
I know when you doing 4 years for this nigga, man. I swear, dude, like, gee, Louise, the I don't know, man. Like I didn't did some thing. No, I didn't. Let me be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. I just don't understand how women become so like gullible. Like, is it really the wing? Is it the wine? Is it the penis that make them like this?
You asking the wrong one because I'm not going. You know me, I ain't doing nothing that's gonna land me in nobody's jail
Because
cell.
I'm
So
just saying, like, like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, obviously, the nigga living with his mama, so it ain't like the lifestyle that he providing her. So, well, like, what is it? Because I'm saying, oh man, I didn't get compliments, but I ain't never had people to make a person say, hey, look, I'm about to prove my love to you. I'm about to go ahead and just mess up my whole career, my life by robbing somebody.
yeah, me
That's
neither.
crazy work. So anyway, so while Keisha's sitting in the jail doing damn near her 4 whole years, because she had just started probation when all this went down. Remember, she caught the 4 years of probation because of the whole situation where she wanted to rob somebody to prove her love. Let's not forget, they only had been together like 8 or 9 months. They was together for 8 or 9 months, and he didn't even influence her to do the first robbery. She decided to do that herself. That's crazy. So it's not even a year, and he got you your whole life to get turned around for this nigga or 180. That's horrible. And she already throwing
Ridiculous.
her like, huh?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, throwing her life away for this clown, like that's crazy work. Meanwhile, Mike over here living his best life. Now, look, check this out. This is a nigga for you, right? He living his best life, man. He ain't being no tied to no murder case or nothing. He living like, hey, look, I ain't do nothing. I'm out here free. Look, bruh's free on bail. He moving like the world is his. He even finds himself a brand new chick. You hear me? A brand new chick locks her down. Not only locks her down, but gets married. And guess what? Has a meth baby. Because I think he's on meth also. I'm just being honest with you.
He looked like he was, but I don't. It didn't. Nothing said he was, but he looked like it. He could have been. Well, he looked like he on crack, and Keisha do too. But I mean, it doesn't say nothing. But they look like they was
Now I know a
crackheads.
meth head. I could spot it a mile away. He on that meth, right? So look, now all this about Keisha sitting behind bars, and she probably thinking she ride or die home them down, thinking, "Ooh, when I get home, my man, it's gonna be about us. We about to live it up. We about to go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, live our life and all that stuff." This dude ain't even thinking twice. He living his life like it's golden, and she ain't nothing but a memory until he need her again. That's cold game right there. So not only you in jail doing 4 years, and basically you holding it that she holding it down. Let's be honest, she holding it down because she ain't saying nothing about what happened. I mean, granted, it can definitely get her caught up, but she not saying nothing about any of this. You in jail for 4 years. Know what I'm saying? Out there, know what I'm saying? She holding pockets and scissoring. Know what I'm saying? With a big butch chick named, know what I'm saying? Martha, and he out here and got married and got a child.
And I guarantee you that man ain't put no money on her books. I
Oh,
bet
you
you
know he
he ain't
didn't.
come visit her. I bet you he wasn't answering her calls. Probably nothing.
That's crazy work, man. Go ahead.
So we're gonna fast forward to 2013, right? So this all happened in '05. So we're fast forwarding 2013. So that's a big gap, 8 years. So Josephine's case has gone cold, right? Unsolved. So the news ended up doing a broadcast about her death. They're giving a $10,000 reward for any information that could lead to an arrest. And guess who happens to be watching? None other than Teresa Johns, Michael's mama.
Mm.
Now listen, y'all know how these mamas be. They gonna lie for their baby. They gonna hide evidence. They gonna swear on a stack of Bibles in court if they have to. Not Teresa. Sis saw that $10,000 flash across the screen and picked up the phone like she was trying to win concert tickets on the radio.
Would you let me ask you, would you lie for your baby? If Jair
Mm.
came to you like, Mom, I ain't gonna lie, I robbed somebody and it
Son,
was
you
all
got to,
on the
you know what?
news.
As much as I love you, I can't protect you like that. Like I raised you properly. Now I ain't gonna call it snitch on you.
There
Like
we go.
I
I
ain't
about
gonna.
to say I ain't gonna snitch on you,
You, but if it,
but
but if it comes to, like like now, if you, I ain't gonna hold you. Now, if you killed an innocent 90-year-old, I'm probably
oh
about to
yeah, nigga,
turn
I'm
you
snitching.
in.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you
Yeah,
deserve to
like
go
if it's
down.
something like something small, I'm not gonna say nothing, but I also ain't gonna lie for you. But I'm not gonna let you just get away with murder and not do anything. Like especially
Yeah,
like a vulnerable, because I raised you better than that.
I know. I got
But
you. I
anyway,
got you.
she ends up calling the police and she snitches on her own son. Imagine that. Your mama setting you up to the state for a payout. Baby, she didn't
Mm.
even hesitate. That money must have really been calling her name. Her car note must have been behind or something.
Hell yeah.
Or she needed a new one, something. I don't
Well,
know.
this was
But
the 2013. She trying to get that. Wait, 2013, 2013. Oh yeah, that's iPhone. Razor was already gone. Yeah, she was out there.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was living trying to get some tickets to go see.
Lil Wayne.
No, that's 2008. Yeah, that's 2008 when he came out with the Carter 3. So I don't know
Ugh,
what the hell. Whatever it was, man, it had to be something urgent that she she snitched on her son.
like wild. But I mean, for real, Michael did deserve everything that was coming his way. But damn, Teresa, who sells out their own kid like that? Like hustling backwards clearly must run in the bloodline. And
Mm.
matter of fact, you know what? She sounds like she's trying to audition for the Snitch Files. Yeah, cousins. Teresa Johns might just be featured on an episode here soon.
I ain't gonna lie, man. She definitely need to go. We definitely got to put her in because that's some cold shit. That's some cold. She like take her to her like,
She said on the yeah, hello, I have some information on the murder. Who is my son? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how y'all gonna cut that check? Is Venmo, Cash? How you gonna send it?
please let me know. So after Teresa makes the call, detectives sit her down on January 10th, 2013. And here's what she tells them, right? She said back when Keisha Smith was staying at her house, she overheard a conversation between Keisha and another woman, Keisha Williams, a family friend who was also staying there. Damn, man, how many people living in the house? So now both of these Keishas They had already been locked up together before. So Keisha Smith felt comfortable, though she thought she was talking in confidence, but she got a little bit too comfortable and ran her damn mouth. So Teresa told police that she heard Keisha Smith admit to Keisha Williams that she and Michael put a pillowcase over Josephine's head, and then Michael hit her to get her to stop screaming. That was the story, straight from Keisha's own lips. And years later, Teresa pulls it out like a get out of debt card when she sees every war money on TV. Something had to be going on, and I want to know. I am going. We need to reach out to her. Like, what the hell was going on with your finances? That 7 years later, you decided you knew all this stuff before, and something happened in 2013 that made you be like, you know what? I got to snitch. Maybe it was the cash for clunkers. Obama was in office then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going through it. It's something happened. I don't know, but something happened where she had to snitch. Because why wait out of, no, 7 years? It ain't like you really, really saw something on TV and that just jarred your memory. That's something you don't forget.
It
Your
really
son
is.
killing somebody. Anyway, that's what cracked the case open. Not detective work, not forensic, but a mother eavesdropping and then cashing in on her son's crime. And the snitching didn't stop there. Teresa must have realized she left some details out because she said, I'm about to get this money, right? Y'all ain't about to mess up my $10,000. I need to pay for whatever. So she went right back to the station on January 30th, 2013, and she started running her mouth again, right? So this time, she tells police about a conversation she overheard way back in 2005. This time, she tells police about a conversation she heard way back in 2005 before San Bernardino.
Oh my God. San Bernardino. You ain't never
San
heard of San
Bernardino.
Bernardino before?
I have, man, but it just look, I'm excited about this case. It's intriguing. It's getting to me. Let me cook. I ain't saying it no more. I ain't editing it. Police even searched her house. Michael was talking about, know what I'm saying, that Michael was talking with her husband, right? Remember Michael Spinks. So he talking to Michael Spinks. And for real, what's up with all these double S names in it? Yes, you got Keisha and Keisha, you got Michael and Michael, right? That's just so crazy, right? Two Michaels under one roof. Yes, it was messy. So anyway, Teresa says she heard Michael tell Spinks, I hit the lady. Keisha couldn't keep her quiet. Now look, that's two times you heard a conversation about some trifling shit that your son did and you didn't say nothing. What happened in 2013 that got your finances so discombobulated that you felt that you had to snitch? I got to find out. Something happened.
I don't know, but she messy as hell.
Man, beyond messy. Because can't can't she be an accomplice because she knew about it?
No,
Well, she'll probably get
she would just be she would either be obstructing justice likely.
and Michael Spinks too.
Yeah.
He'll get it too because remember, Michael told him. So
Yep.
I'm just saying, she's being messy all the way around, right? And just like that, he connects the dots. The story Keisha Smith was bragging about to Keisha Williams lines right up with Michael had already confessed to his stepdaddy. Same crime, same detail, same murders. So now Teresa, not, you know what I'm saying, just bringing in rumors, she handling police, Michael and Keisha. So she giving them everything. Words straight out their own mouths. And from here, no, I'm starting over. One, two, three. So now Teresa not just bringing in rumors, she handing in police, giving police Michael and Keisha's words straight out their own mouths. And from here, detectives finally got enough to start tightening the noose. They about to get their ass.
Now, before we move on, we got to talk about one more snitch.
Man, how many snitches are in this case?
A lot of them.
Damn.
So we got a good old fashioned jailhouse snitch. Now, while Keisha Smith, this is our murderer because it's Keisha's and Keisha. So Keisha Smith is the murderer. Is serving time for that probation violation, and she meets this woman named Amay Lott. And baby, if you know anything about jail, you know you got to be careful running your mouth to folks who got their own cases, because everybody in there looking for a shortcut on their time. But Keisha, this poor child just couldn't even help herself. So Amay overhears her running that same story that she had already told before. This time, she also hears her telling it to Keisha Williams, because yeah, they was locked up together. right? So
Mm.
Keisha Smith must have felt real comfortable talking reckless, like comfortable. And she told her, she said that she was involved in a burglary and somebody accidentally died. Now, why Keisha gotta keep retelling this same damn story like it's her favorite bedtime tale? I don't know. And to the same chick, the girl already know. Why have multiple people come with the same story that you talking to the same girl in two different settings about the same crime? Girl, tighten up.
Tighten up on that bass stroke. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So every time she runs her mouth, it's like another person lines up to go snitch. Sis was basically handing law enforcement free evidence with every conversation. Like, girl, shut up.
Mm,
And at this
mm, mm.
point, let's just call it what it is. This whole damn case should have been sponsored by the snitch files. Because, baby, everybody and their mama out here telling it. And you got Teresa, Michael's own mama, calling it in like she about to win a 10K raffle. Then you got Keisha Williams listening like it's story time at daycare. And now a May Lot's coming straight out the jailhouse like, hey, officers, y'all got a minute because I got something for you.
Mm,
It's snitches on snitches on snitches. If loose links sink ships, then Keisha's whole Titanic went down because she couldn't keep her mouth shut. Hell, I'm
mm.
surprised the neighbor's dog didn't bark up a statement too. God damn it.
That's funny, man. Man, rough that. Anyway, by February 2013, San Bernardino County DA finally had enough pieces to put this puzzle together. They filed an amended indictment charging Keisha Smith, Michael Mitchell, and Sherry Vanilla Villain with first degree murder with special circumstances. And what's the special circumstances, you ask? I am so glad the murder went down in the middle of a robbery. See, all three of them got scooped up and arrested, and the DA was not playing. They sat by at a cool $1 million each. And y'all already know Michael, he pulled that, he didn't pull out shit because he ain't got shit. He ain't gonna never be
Besides the
shit.
lint in his pockets.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. Now let's keep it real. These three, they broke as hell. Keisha fresh out of jail. Michael living with his at his mama house. Not even knowing your mama snitch. Not even knowing. I guarantee you, him, his wife, and the little meth baby was living together. And he not even knowing the whole time mama over there cooking you pot
So
roast.
actually, I think they was all living with his mama. It's not confirmed.
They know I know they were. Okay, let me cook.
No,
While
because
mama
you just
cooking
said
you
I know. I'm
pot
just saying, but
roast.
I think they was all living under his mama's roof at the time too.
I
That's
just said that.
okay. Let me be quiet.
Jeez, you done messed up the whole premise of my joke. Anyway, all I was saying was, while she in there making your favorite meal, you know what I'm saying? She over there playing, she over there in her mind thinking 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. That is some crazy stuff. So anyway, he probably was like, "Oh, mama, what? Hey, mama, you cooking my favorite meal? What's the occasion, nigga? You going to jail?" Now let's
She
keep it
cooking his
real.
last meal before he go to jail.
Exactly right. So look, I told you, and so look, they ain't even getting no bondsman on the planet. Ain't no bondman on the planet about to see a dime out there that's gonna get them any type of money because why? You ain't got no money. Because even if it's $1 million, that's $100,000 you got to put up. Nigga, they ain't got that put all together. If they ain't got that, if they put all their resources together, they ain't even got 10% of that. And that's it, right? So you already know they wasn't going anywhere. All three of them are sitting in the county looking sick.
Okay, so now you already know these trials were about to be messy as hell. Before we even get into Michael and Keisha, let's talk about our girl Sherry, the vanilla villain. Child, she didn't even make it to trial. Soon as that heat got turned up, sis folded like a Dollar Tree lawn chair. She caught the plea deal real quick for involuntary manslaughter and elder abuse. And the deal, 17 years in exchange for her testimony against Keisha and Michael. So yeah, the so-called mastermind, the one who set the whole lick up in the first place, ended up saving her own ass by pointing the finger at the very people she roped in. Typical vanilla villain behavior. She out here playing chess with everybody's lives, but when it came time to pay up, she said, let me just go ahead and snitch to save me. Now, 17 years might sound like a lot, but compared to the murder charge she was facing, Sherry knew this was a bargain. And now she's the state's star witness. She's testifying against the same folks she swore she was riding with.
So February 6th, 2014, the trial finally kicks off. Keisha Smith, Michael Mitchell are both in the hot seat, tried together, but with separate jurors. And the prosecution, man, they came in swinging. Their case was simple but heavy. This wasn't just a burglary gone wrong. This was a straight up first degree murder with special circumstances. They laid it out clear. Keisha and Michael went into that house knowing old Josephine Kelly, man, her own white owned business was inside. They tied her up, smothered her, and left her to die. And the kicker, it was all in the course of a robbery, right? The prosecution painted Keisha as the one who bound Josephine with those wires, and Michael as the one who pulled the pillowcase over her head and smothered her. They say Keisha wanted to prove herself to Michael, and Michael wanted to play big time hustle, but together they just ended up as killers. Like that. That's so backwards. Like that is so crazy to me, right? I mean, we do cases all the time, and we just be wondering like, why do they do what they do? But like this one is just so crazy to me, man. Right? So anyway, and to back it all up, they had the receipts, stolen jewelry, engraved items found in Michael's mama house, pawn records, and the testimonies of not one, not two, but multiple snitches. Teresa Johns, Amay Lots, Keisha Williams, and of course Sherry Vanilla Villain herself. She said, I ain't going down for these niggas. And she probably didn't say niggas, she said niggers. The prosecution whole
Can't forget
angle
that
was
hard R.
she had that old Aria. She said, nah, forget this. So the prosecution's whole angle was these two weren't victims of circumstances. They made choices that left a 90-year-old woman dead in her own bed. Now the defense, woo, they didn't have much to work with. Michael lawyers tried to say he wasn't the one who smothered Josephine. They painted him like he was just there, but didn't do the actual killing. Basically trying to slide it all onto Keisha. Now, Keisha team tried the opposite, painting her as a woman manipulated, caught up in Michael's mess, doing anything to hold on to her man, her man, her man.
Well, she
No, her
was.
killer, her killer, her killer. Just a young woman in over her head, right? But here's the kicker, y'all. These two weren't even together anymore. Remember? By the time the trial rolled around, Michael had already moved on, got himself married, and even had a meth baby, right? Meanwhile, Keisha,
Stop calling that baby a mess, baby.
she wasn't out here trying to rebuild nothing. Sis was back in jail on another burg. He done turned this chick out. Now she a full-fledged robber.
But it's for real. That's what they say. When a good girl goes bad, she's gone forever. Like,
Man, she went from being this docile and nice and quiet to wearing revealing clothes and robbing hoes. Anyway, so imagine that. Keisha literally threw her whole life away trying to prove herself to a man who had already left her behind, man. Women, take note. Niggas will move on quick. You will be dealing with the repercussions of things that you did to keep this nigga, and he done moved on with another broad that quick. Not only, but had a meth baby. So just keep that in mind. So now they both sit in the court pointing fingers while the state got stolen jewelry, pawn slips, and gray items, and a whole damn lineup of snitches ready to testify. Y'all niggas going down.
let's get into these testimonies because, baby, this is where all the details come out, and y'all know that's what we live for. First up, our favorite vanilla villain, Sherry. She gets up there and testifies that back in September of 2005, she was heated with Derek. According to her, he wasn't giving her enough drugs for the stolen products she was bringing him. And mind you, this is the same Sherry who already had a felony burglary charge for robbing her own damn mama. Child loyalty never lived in her spirit. Now, she knew Keisha lived in the same apartment complex, and Keisha would sometimes give her rides. In September 2005, Sherry drives Keisha and Michael to a pawn shop. And on the way, she just casually points out Derek's house like she's a damn tour guide. She tells them that they could get a lot of stuff out of there because Derek was stacking up high value items in exchange for drugs. Side note, his parents ain't asked no questions like your son got DVD players, phones, electronics running in and out the door, and y'all just like, oh, that's normal. Please. Anyway, that's when Keisha herself hatches the plan. She says Sherry should go to Derek's house and get him to leave so she and Michael could slide in and rob the place. And that's how this whole dusty backwards ass scheme came together. So Sherry, of course, she's sitting on the stand now, acting like she was just the innocent middleman. But we all know, without her little tour guide moment, none of this would have even happened. And Sherry didn't stop there. Sis went all in on the stand. She testified that the very next day after Josephine was killed, Keisha, Michael, and some random dude rolled up on her at her motel. So now, instead of laying low like smart criminals, These two dummies show up bold as hell trying to scare Sherry into silence. According to her, they threatened her life and one of them even pulled out a gun. So picture it. Sherry is messy and dusty, sitting in this motel, probably high, and here comes Keisha and Michael rolling up like the Dollar Tree mob. And that was their big plan to keep her quiet. Threats and a gun. That move right there just sealed it because years later, when Sherry is on the stand, she's singing like Patti LaBelle, telling the jury everything from pointing out Derek's house to hatching the plan with Keisha to getting threatened the next day. She had no problem giving it all up once she knew her own neck was on the line.
Next up, Mama Teresa gets called to the stand, and instead of doubling down on all her dirt she gave police back in 2013, she flips the script. Know what I'm saying? She tries to reenact her whole story. I think what the look, I think a lot what she probably thought was all she had to do was snitch and she got the money. But no, you got to convict them. They got to be convicted in order to get the money. So she probably, oh damn, I didn't know I had to go that far. But anyway, she tells the jury she was mad at Michael, and she just told police that what they wanted to hear. She claims the reason she knew certain details about the crime wasn't because Michael or Keisha confessed, but because she had access to police reports Michael got when he was arrested for stolen property back in 2005. And on top of that, she says she had researched online. You know what I'm saying? But when cross examination hit, they ate her alive because the paperwork from 2005 that was only about stolen goods, jewelry, coins, electronics. There wasn't a single mention of a murder at that point. Police didn't even have the facts on Josephine's death. So all those details Teresa claims she got from police reports or the internet, nah. The jury could see plain as day. That info had to come straight from the source, from Michael and Keisha themselves. Teresa thought she was helping her son by backpedaling, but all she really did was make herself look like a liar on the stand. And I don't think she get her money too, right?
Probably not. They probably ain't gave her no money.
Yeah, she probably she didn't think that one through. Yeah, go ahead.
Now, let's move on to Keisha Williams. It's the other Keisha, not the murderer Keisha, the other Keisha. So she got up there on the stand and she laid it all out. She testified that back in 2005, she was living with Teresa Johns in Rialto, California. She said she was even there when the house got searched. But not long after that, she went to visit her own mama down in Texas. But when she came back, her and Teresa got into it like a whole blow up, knockdown fight. And that's when she ended up getting herself arrested and locked up. And guess who she ends up in jail with? Keisha Smith. So, like we said, sis was already sitting down for that probation violation. And according to Keisha Williams, that's when Keisha Smith spilled the tea. She told her about the robbery she did with Michael and admitted the whole thing went bad. Now, here's where it gets even messier. Keisha Williams testified that she had been threatened by Teresa from Keisha Smith, not to testify.
What?
Like, imagine that. Teresa out here running intimidation plays like she wasn't the one who started all this mess. And then
Mm.
Keisha Williams also said that Teresa was erratic, destructive, crazy, and just downright spiteful. And honestly, from everything we've seen so far, that sounds about right.
I agree. So look, next up, the jailhouse snitch herself, Amay Lots, right? Amay Lots. She testified that while she was locked up, she was in jail with both Keishas, Keisha Smith and Keisha Williams. And what does she overhear? Them talking about the robbery that left Josephine Kelly's dead. So y'all niggas just who does y'all niggas just like, yeah, man. Hey, what you doing? Nothing. Hey, let's talk about that robbery I did while I killed that old white lady. What?
Like,
What?
who talks about these things?
Yes. So she said Keisha Smith admitted the whole thing, but tried to paint herself soft in the story. According to Ame, Keisha was claiming she was just yelling at Michael to stop, telling him to leave Josephine alone. Like that somehow makes her less guilty for being there in the first place. Let's keep it real. Miss Lotz wasn't no angel herself. She was a convicted criminal with a rap sheet longer than them CVS receipts, and them damn things long as hell.
Especially these cheap
Charge you
kind.
for making false financial statements, grand theft, perjury, possession of forged checks, commercial burglary, receiving stolen property, you name it, she done it. Know what I'm saying? That's look, meth is a hell of a drug. So yeah, the defense tried to tear her down as unreliable, but the problem is she knew too many of the details that messed up with everything else that cops already had, and that made her testimony sting, even with all her baggage.
So, first things first, let's be clear. Keisha herself, she didn't testify at all. Not a word. Sis sat quiet through the whole trial, which honestly, probably the smartest decision she ever made because every time that girl opened her mouth, it's a confession. Now, Michael,
Damn.
he had plenty to say. He starts off saying that in 2005, he was living with his mama, and Keisha was his girlfriend in and out of the house. He admits he met Sherry through Keisha and that Sherry would bring him stolen stuff in exchange for drugs. You know the MO by now. And y'all, he really told this story about Sherry once showing up with a whole camping tent full of random mess of trade. A tent. Side note, I just want to tell y'all, my favorite quote is, have you ever seen a crackhead say, I'm not going to smoke crack today? No. Are you going to let a crackhead out hustle you? Because like this is some motivation because I swear, drug addicts are the most resourceful people on the planet. Like I used to watch Intervention and they'd be like, yeah, I got $100 a day drug habit. Like
Yeah.
how? Where do you get $100? That's
Yes.
$700 a week. Some people don't even make that in a week. Like, and you got that not to eat, not to. That's just to blow on drugs.
That's crazy.
Like that's just to blow on drugs, not live or anything else. Blow it on
That's just
drugs.
yes, crack. That's just crack, meth, or whatever the drug of your choice.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's crazy. So anyway, Michael admits that he knew the stuff was stolen. He said that he ended up giving Sherry about $350 for the drugs for that load. But then he tries to pivot and say he didn't know any of it came from a murder scene. He really tried to throw it all back on Sherry like she was the mastermind. He even said he tried to pawn some of the items himself. Then he throws in, well, Keisha wasn't involved in my drug transactions, but I might have handed her a bag and told her to go put it somewhere. Boy, please. That's way not the flex you think it is. And then Michael turns it into family drama, talk about how between 2005 and 2013, his mama Teresa was trying to get custody of his kids and he refused. So he said their relationship was always hot and cold. And then he said that after he was arrested for Josephine's murder, he said that Teresa told him the story that she gave from the police didn't come from him. She said that she had gotten it from one of his old discovery packets.
Mm.
Now, basically, Michael went up there. He admitted that he was hustling stolen goods for drugs. He tried to wash his hands of Josephine's death and then dragged Sherry and his mama right along with him. Classic hustling backwards energy.
On September 2nd, 2014, Keisha jury came back with the verdict. What y'all think? What you think? What you think, Tiffany?
You already know what I think.
That brought guilty of first-degree murder with special circumstances. Murder committed in the course of a robbery. So at the end of the day, all that finger pointing, all that back and forth, didn't mean a thing. The jury weren't buying it. Both of them were locked in as guilty. No chance at parole, no second chances. Just 2 lives wasted and an innocent woman gone, and that is the end of our case.
No.
What?
No, it's not.
Jeez.
Because guess what? It's not over.
God damn, I
So,
thought we were done.
not at all. So, both Michael and Keisha filed appeals. And here's a shocker, they actually won. In 2017, the California Court of Appeals came back and said that Keisha's trial was jacked up. Why? It was a couple of reasons. First, they said that any testimony from an accomplice has to be backed up with other evidence, corroborating evidence, and that didn't happen. And then, second, one of the jurors that was booted from Keisha's jury for no good reason, and the court said that that violated Keisha's right to an impartial jury. So, boom, both of their convictions get overturned, right? So the case goes back to trial. Michael ends up right back where he started. He gets the same fate, life without parole. So right now, he's sitting in the California Correctional Institution. Right now, he's 40 years old. But here's where it gets a little bit messy. His file says life without parole, but then the system also lists him as parole eligible in July of 2031. So I don't know what's going on with his trifling ass. But Keisha?
Ooh, Keisha. Tell me about Keisha, girl.
So we said her conviction was overturned. And then
What? Come on. What?
nothing. Like I
What?
can't find her. She's not in any county jail. She's not even in state prison. She ain't even in a halfway house. Like the trail literally just goes cold after her sentence was thrown out. So either the DA decided not to retry her or it got dismissed quietly. So either way, it's looking real possible that Keisha's out here walking around free as a bird while Michael Rott's in prison. And
So she
Messi
wait.
don't
So
even
so
begin to
she out
describe
here.
it.
She out here with Mignetta.
Mm-hmm.
She out here with Mignetta living her best life. That's what you telling me?
More than likely, that's what it's looking like.
Oh my goodness, man. That was a good one, y'all. That so with that being said, the moral of the story is women, if you gotta go kill, steal, or destroy, leave
He
a
ain't the
nigga.
one for you.
He ain't the one for you, man. You know what I'm saying? But I could true love shouldn't come with a life sentence. You know what I'm saying? Said from my best friend, Tiffany Lester Green.
My middle name is not Lester. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on to your favorite segment.
Called
Love, Lies, and Alibis.
Okay, so the question of the week this week was, you find out your sibling spouse is cheating. Are you snitching or nah? What you
all
doing?
right, you found out your sibling spouse is cheating. Yeah, I got to. Oh, your sibling spouse. So I'm sorry, forgive me. My brother's wife,
Why?
like that,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to. I got to snitch. That's family. That's blood. Vocal locals homes. I got to snitch. Yeah, without a doubt. I'm snitching. I'm snitching. In front of, you know me, it don't take that much for me to snitch anyway. But that, oh yeah, I gotta say something, man. Know what I'm saying? Now, and it's so sad though, it's the loyalty. Even if my brother was on some trash, I
Which
would
he
still have
always
to say
is.
something. I know he is. I would still have to say something. I still like, bro, I'm just letting you know, my old girl out there doing dirt. What about you? If Charvez,
First of all, that nigga ain't spoke to me since 2022 because he owe me $100. So I don't give a damn if he got cheated on or not. Where's
pay
my
me,
hundred
mom,
dollars?
pay me. You gonna be like, oh, you gonna be like, oh, dude, mama, give me my money, and I'll
No, he
snitch.
ain't speaking to me. Like, how you mad because you owe me money?
I think that's hilarious. All right, so okay, forget about him. All right,
You talk about the other one, that
just
little one, that little mixed one. I don't
biracial.
like him.
All right,
No,
this hypothetically, if you had a brother or sister that you got along with, jeez, dang, would you snitch?
if I got along with him, maybe. But like I said, I don't like them niggas. So
All right, I'm done, man. Jeez. All right, let's see what our beautiful listeners and followers have to say. Or well, they ain't followers, they cousins. Let's see what the cousins got to say. I gotta go. Oh, I got it right here. Pop right up. Mine pop right up. Okay, so Stephanie Williams said, I am walking right to them like, damn, that don't look like my brother. Who is he? What's his name? Matter of fact, let me take this pic right quick. Okay, Stephanie Williams. She said she like to get messy. You know what I'm saying? Just straight to the point. Let me get that picture. Um, let me see. Kaya, Kiya, whatever. Immediately, I'm taking pictures and all, but after that, it's out of my hands. But I'm never gonna let my brother be happy and not know. But I'm never gonna let my brother be happy and not know. What do you mean by that? Am I illiterate? What's
you
going on?
sounding slow. She's not
She
gonna
said
let him.
that.
No, no, you're slow. She's saying
Oh,
like she ain't gonna have
damn.
her brother just like living in ignorance, not
Oh, okay, my
knowing
bad.
that we all happy and
I'm
succeeding.
sorry, Kaya, Kia, whatever your name is. Okay. Ooh, oh, geez, the name. Okay, hold on. My name rhymes with Tina. If you read mine, Mazina Ezekiel. I think I did it right. I'm proud of myself.
She
Willie, don't
said it
cuss me out.
rhymes with Tina.
She told me don't cuss her out. There's C. All right. I'm about to read you, girl. I'm about to read this since I said your name right. I think I did. All right, here we go.
She said
It
what?
says, my baby sister found out she's been getting cheated on just here lately, and I'm hoping she done for good this time. She was here earlier this month visiting us, then flew back home when she found out she had BV. Oh, I'm sorry, she didn't say that. And made him come pick her up from the airport. She ain't done. To which he had her sitting for an hour. She go use the bathroom and boom, he had accidentally left the second phone she knew nothing about on the counter. She went through it and saw some repulsive, incriminating evidence on there, snatched up her stuff, and I can't cuss because I'm by my mama right now, and left. Blocked the Heffaloid immediately. She said Heffaloid.
Okay, so let's
Look,
see.
no, it's long. It's more.
Oh, it's more.
Yeah, she
Oh,
wrote a freaking book. Then last week, she decided to reach out to return the gifts he bought her, but he wouldn't let her in the gate.
nothing.
Right? So she called us screaming like someone had left in a box of Dr. Miracles. We lasted too long. though she had calmed down hours later, but nope. Oh, she said thought she had calmed down hours later, but nope. She called screaming again because she ran into Jim. Oh, I'm sorry, into him and his friends at their favorite gym during a time he doesn't usually go. And they started mocking her when they saw her. What? Look, so she started chasing them. Baby girl says she didn't care if she get arrested. So to answer your actual question, yes, I would tell her. I would just make sure I was able to combine her out for first. Ay Dios mío. Okay. Oh, I think she said she love me in Spanish. I could be wrong.
I think you're wrong. So
Okay.
Claudel says depends. There are times you snitch, and there are other times, like my sister and her BFF, you do a drive by and catch the bum in the act. I
Mm,
say at least tell her and let her decide what to do.
okay.
Okay,
Makai
so then
Morgan.
we
No,
have
we're gonna read a couple more of them because I mean a lot of people did respond. I
let
want
me
to.
read. You sitting there just monopolizing everything. It's Virgo season, please.
Jeez, I told y'all.
So
I told y'all. Go back to last week's episode, y'all. And I want y'all, I told you it's a drinking game. Go back to last week episode, and every time she say Virgo season, take a drink. And let's see, know what I'm saying? Let's see who be out here, know what I'm saying, naked singing in the rain. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Know what I'm
okay, so Deketra says nope because both of my brothers are big cheaters and it would just be their karma. I'ma sit back and watch with a smile. One is married to his former side chick, so it would definitely be some karma for him. Yeah, that definitely would be some
Ooh, that
karma.
is. Okay, what else you
And
got?
then let me see. I'll do one more and then you can have another one.
All right.
And let's see. Mm, Portia says, well, in my case, real life, I'm minding my business because she cheat, he cheat, they all cheat. No need to tell because they just gonna see who out cheat who and go lay down together, and I ain't got time for that.
All right, so I gotta read two more. One of them because it's so short, it is hilarious. Tamika Hawkins, she said, "Nah, she a shooter." She said, "Nah, I know my sis. She gonna kill the dude." All right, and then Nene,
Look, she
and
just trying to save her sis from a case. I said
exactly, I
that.
respect it because you know we would cover her case. You know what I'm saying? We would do it with pride, dignity, and lots of humor and you know whatever. Anyway, so in Nene N.W. Willis, Northwest Willis. I'm a dry snitch and be like, I didn't know they knew each other. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a dry snitch and be like, I didn't know they knew each. I saw them together. The more questions my sibling asks, the more I'll reveal. So I wouldn't call it snitching, just answering questions. Okay, so you snitching what's it called? The lie wait, lie, what's it called? The lies of I can't think of the word, but you dry snitching. All right. So there we go. That's our love, lies, and alibis question. I know you are asking, when do they even, where can I find this question at? I am glad you asked. First of all, we drop the questions every Tuesday. And where do you find them? I'm glad you asked that question too. The Love, Lies, and Alibis Facebook group. How do you find that? I'm glad you asked that also. You can go and look up the search engine. You could put Love, Lies, and Alibis. It may come up, I don't know, but if you put in Melanin Mysteries, for some reason, it always pops up, right? So make sure you join. We got a couple questions, very easy questions that you can answer, and you are
Please
part of
answer
the
because it
family.
really aggravates my soul
What happened now?
when people don't answer the questions.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's Virgo season. Please answer the questions,
Okay,
okay?
that's two times. There we go. Yeah, so make sure you answer the question because it is Virgo season and Tiffany on one. And what else I gonna say? Yes, and if you want me to read your reply, and I get to you, and if you have a difficult name or a name that has a lot of consonants and unnecessary vowels, then just go ahead and you just sound it out for me, and I'll go ahead and read it, or give me a name you want me to use, and I'll do that also. So also make sure that you join our BTCC Facebook group. What else we got? The Melanin Mystery IG, and then we got the Melanin Mystery Facebook page. Join all of them. Interact. We talk back. And remember, you're not followers, you cousins. All right. So I treat you like cousins. So if I ask to borrow money, don't try to play me either. All right, it's on you.
Okay, well, I was trying to say something before all of that because we need to address something.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah,
We
and
gotta address
literally,
something.
this is only going to take up 60 seconds because they don't deserve this much time. Now, if you in the
No.
group or on our social media, you already know what I'm about to say.
Yeah,
Now,
this is her third time addressing it. That's how I say she don't play about her bestie, but go ahead.
and don't. Now, you know what I said? Everybody's not going to like us. I ain't tripping about that. I could care less. But my thing is, don't come over here wishing death on somebody or saying you hope they croak. Okay, so let me just give you a little backstory. We had a listener, I think, around episode 2, 3. She left us a very bad review. She said she didn't like Willie. Okay, cool. Don't care. Thanks for the stream. Appreciate it. Have a nice day. She comes back around episode 10 and she's like, "Hey, you know what? I actually it's me again. I came back. I wanted to just say that Willie's growing on me. He gives me insight, blah, 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 blah." Okay. And I said, thank you so much. We were so glad you stuck it out with us. We're learning. We appreciate constructive criticism. So, mind you, again, that's episode 5. No, I'm sorry, episode 10. We are now on episode 60. So, sis came back after 50 episodes.
50
50,
episode,
50,
dog.
50, 50 episodes. And I want to call her out by name so bad, but I'm not allowed to because apparently we can get kicked off the platform. So I can't call her out by name because that's considered bullying. But I will read the comment that she left. And unfortunately, Spotify won't show it because even they said it was offensive. And the comment said, "Finally seeing what y'all look like today, and I see why y'all always talking shit about people. Misery loves company. Willie's going to be the downfall of the show. He needs to croak soon."
I know, ain't that crazy? First of all, she called me ugly, which is kind of crazy to me
First of
because
all,
I'm
on a
gonna.
bad day, I might walk around looking homeless, but I ain't never gave ugly on no
And
bad
look, and
day.
I'm being honest with you, y'all. Real talk. I'm not lying, and I'm not being. This ain't no. I've never been called ugly before, right? You know what I'm saying? Never.
Me
So that was
neither, for
actually a
real.
first. Never.
And
And
I say, and I have enough self confidence. That's one thing I know I ain't ugly, so I'm not
but
concerned about it.
yeah, not
But
even
my
that though. Why would you? But why would you want me to die? Now I be saying some crazy stuff, but my thing is, yeah, if I say some stuff, if I say some that's offending you, right? I mean, or say something that offend you, why you want me to die? Just don't listen. Why wish death
like,
on me?
baby, you could have stopped listening 50 episodes ago. We wouldn't have held it against you. That's cool. You ain't got to listen. We ain't nobody put a gun in your head and told us to listen. But the thing is, don't come over here talking crazy. We respect everybody's opinion. We understand if you don't like us. But what we are going to continue to do is we're going to drag every single murderer that comes across our page. That's what we do. We're messy. We are a very messy podcast. We drag the murderers. And if you don't like it, sis, find something safe to do. And the thing is, I know exactly who this girl is, but I don't give her that much energy. Like, clearly she's miserable and she's young. I believe
I
she's
mean, and the
still.
crazy part is, I look. I'm gonna be honest with you. You may not even agree with that, man. I mean, she cute though. You know what I'm saying? But you got an ugly soul,
Very pretty
a
young lady.
very
Very pretty
ugly
young lady. But you
soul,
have the
girl.
thing is, you have a very nasty attitude.
I know,
Very nasty
man.
attitude.
I know,
And
man.
it's like I say, it's certain things you just don't say. Negative reviews, we understand that everybody's not gonna like us. No biggie. Who cares? But don't come wishing death on people because karma does like to spin the block and it don't be nothing nice.
I know, and that's 1 minute that we done. That's
And
it.
that's it.
That's
So
it.
moving on, if
Yes.
you like I said, before I forget the biggest thing, merch drops today.
Oh, you said in the beginning.
Head over to melaninmysteries.com and it's some merch over there. And if you in the group, go head on over there because it's a discount code over there.
It is, man. It's some good merch too, man. Yeah, some of our favorite sayings.
Yeah,
And look,
so
real quick. Look, I'm telling y'all this real quick. I saw the little thing, and that's why y'all got to join the Facebook group, Love Lies and Alibis, because it be all type of stuff. Somebody was saying the word Bucci cat, and that is so crazy to me. I so if y'all don't know, I used to do comedy back in the day, right? And I'm talking about back in the day, you know what I'm saying? And I actually used Bucci cat back in 2013. I said Bucci cat. So that's crazy that that shit. And I'm not acting like did I hear from somebody? I don't. I just started saying Bucci cat. Know what I'm saying? Because I thought it was hilarious or whatever. It's a possibility back then I heard it, but I know nobody used that word, so I'm claiming it is mine. I need to pattern that. I do. That's what I need to do. All right, go ahead. Back on you, girl.
okay, so that and then in addition to that, if you have been living under a rock, because we've been saying it, BTCC presents Crime Cocktails and Canvases October 18th, Atlanta, Georgia. The tickets are up. They are ready. The tickets are up. VIP is still like I think we have 10 slots left for VIP. So we're closing the doors on the tickets on October 1st. So you can go ahead and get y'all tickets. Do not wait till the last minute because the tickets are going and we are so excited to see everybody. We also do have the hotel block if you're traveling. All of this information will be in the show notes. So like we really do hope to see you all there.
Yes, yes.
It
I
is going
just
to be be a time. It is going to be Melanin Mysteries. It's going to be Melanin Mayhem. It is going to be Not My Brother's Keeper and a sip of red rum. You're going to get 4 true crime cases. You are going to get a paint and sip, and we are going to have a really good time. I
Yeah.
think we're going to do something on Friday. We
And
haven't confirmed it
I'm
yet.
bringing crack edibles, man. Y'all, I'm telling you, man, them edibles be the truth. I'm bringing them. My bad. Go ahead.
We got to hit up Danita if we need some edibles, because
Shit, nigga. I said crack. The shit she got. Like
I
look,
don't know
I
what
ain't trying to. The
I don't
Nita,
know.
the
I
Nita
don't
be
know what
standing
she did, but
smile
she
at.
was edible.
I
Child.
woke up the next morning, had to drive home. Like, oh, this is not good. Like, I am still. I'm higher now than I was yesterday. Yeah, I don't know what she.
Yeah, when Terry came for the picnic, she said she called, text me the next morning. She was like, I can't even go to brunch. I'm still high
Yes.
from last night. Yeah, so I don't know what our good sis Danita be putting in them
But we
edibles
gonna
she
bring
got
them.
today.
We bringing them. Yes.
Mhm.
And yeah, shout out to LaShonda Roundtree Manning. She said that she's gonna definitely be there because it's her birthday on the 13th of October. So just shout out to her, man. She made sure she posted. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets, man. It's gonna be, I'm telling you, anybody that kicked it with us, know that we kick it. Like, it will be where we kick it. Like, I'm not going to lie. We interact with our cousins. Like, we not them people that we do the show, then we go. No, we are in the midst of it. We saying where y'all at, wherever y'all at, we going at. We all meet up. We kick it every single time. So make sure you guys get your tickets. All right. Anything else?
No, sir. Let's go ahead and do this. Close it out. So just make sure that love does not come with a life sentence. So make sure you choose freedom and not felonies, and do something safe during Virgo season. That's what.
Oh my! It's Labor Day weekend. Do something for Labor Day weekend. They got to do it.
It's
All
Virgo
right.
season,
So that
Labor
was
Day
4
weekend.
times she said Virgo season this episode, man. So that's enough to get some of y'all drunk. I'm just throwing that out there for y'all. Y'all got a long month ahead of y'all. I'm telling you. Oh, this is well. No, wait. When is Virgo season over with?
The 22nd.
All right, yeah, can't wait to look forward to that. So anyway, with that being said, we are out. We appreciate it. We'll hit y'all up. All right, the toilet just got. All right, y'all. That's it for this week's episode of Melanin Mystery. Now, if you want to keep up with us, we're on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Just search Melanin Mystery Podcast and hit that follow button. Now, if you want to take it a step further and get in on the behind the scenes tea, pull up to our private Facebook group called Love, Lies, and Alibis. But listen, do us all a favor. Answer the entry questions. If not, we will deny you. Faster than a broke dude in the DM. Y'all know y'all how that go. Got a small business and looking to grow? We got limited spots for promos and partnerships. Just email us at podcast at melaninmystery.com before the inbox fills up. And last but not least, if you enjoyed the show, drop us a 5-star review or leave a comment. It helps more folks find us. And trust me, your boy trying to quit his day job eventually, so help a brother out, please. And we'll see y'all next time. Same mystery, same mess.